Live from Studio B at the Appraiser eLearning World Headquarters here in Nashville, Tennessee. This is your weekly briefing. I'm Hal Humphreys, your host. In the news, the ATA, Nepotism, the Summit, and virtual. The ATA. I had the absolute pleasure to spend a few days last week with the amazing folks over at the ATA, the Association of Texas Appraisers. I got to hang out with the locals. I got to present a 7-hour course on Saturday. I made some new friends. If you're not a member of your state coalition, I can, in good faith, strongly encourage you to join. If you're not a member of the National Association of Appraisers, I can, in good faith, encourage you to join. If your state doesn't have a coalition, form one. The chance to gather, learn, network, and just hang with other appraisers is totally worth the minimum investment in time and money. Nepotism. Just like many people I've talked to around the country, my father was an appraiser. I had a leg up. Historically, residential real estate appraisal has been a family business. Kristi Noem, governor of South Dakota, in the middle of a little bit of a kerfuffle over there in South Dakota, she's been accused of paving the way for her daughter to become a real estate appraiser, kind of glossing over some of the requirements to attain an appraisal certification. She hasn't admitted to any wrongdoing. I don't think there have been any actual findings of wrongdoing, but this might just illustrate the point that it's too difficult to become an appraiser. Here's the question I'm interested in. What can we do to make it easier to become an appraiser? What can we do to encourage a more diverse group of trainees? Let's face it. We appraisers are, by and large, monochromatic, and we're aging out of the business. The average age of an appraiser, by some sources, is upwards of 55 years old. We need trainees. We need a diverse set of young, intelligent, and thoughtful and analytical trainees coming into the business, which leads me to the summit. Just under a month from now, we'll be hosting the Appraisal Summit with the National Association of Appraisers at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas, September 24 through 27. Appraisers, you can get 14 plus hours of continuing education. Trainees, you get to attend the trainee-specific events. Learn and network with real working appraisers. I'll be there. The entire team from Appraiser eLearning will be there. Come to the Appraisal Summit in Las Vegas. Find me, introduce yourself. And trainees, I have a specific tip for you. We talked last week about ways to set yourself apart from other trainees. Well, here's one thing you can do. And if you're like me, a bit of a nerd, a bit of a property wonk, I guess is what you call it, this will be fun. Go to Amazon and buy one or both of these books, A Field Guide to American Houses and American House Styles. You don't have to read them cover to cover, but pick these books up and learn. Do you know the difference between soldiered and sailored bricks? How about raked versus struck mortar joints? Weeping, flush? None of these things is necessarily going to make you a better appraiser per se, but they can set you apart as someone who pays attention to detail and knows more than most of your trainee peers. I'll have a copy of each of these books at the summit. I'll give each away to a curious, enthusiastic young and trainee. But you gotta come to the summit to have that chance. Or you just click over to Amazon right now and pick up both. Join us at the Appraisal Summit in Las Vegas. We would love to meet you. And again, find me, introduce yourself. And last, virtual. Next week, I'll be teaching Critique Anatomy of a Review. That's Tuesday, August 30th. Also next week, Brian Reynolds will be teaching the Appraiser's Guide to the Income Approach. That's on September 2 on Friday. Both of these are live virtual courses. Click on over to Appraiser eLearning. Sign up now. That's your weekly briefing from Appraiser eLearning. I'm Hal Humphreys, your host. And now a brief shout out to our sponsors.